In last lecture, we started first unit, dams and reservoir planning. We have seen the definition of dams and its types, objectives. We have seen. We'll take the overview. So, dam is defined as a solid barrier constructed across a river or river valley with a view of impounding water flowing through that river. That is called dams. So, it is a solid structure or solid barrier which is constructed across a river. The objective of construction of dam may be different. This is the definition of dam. The water which is collected on the side of the dam, so along the flow of the river, so after construction of the dam, the water will be stored on a particular side of the dam. That side is known as upstream side, and the water opposite to that upstream side where water is released to downstream side, that side is known as downstream side. The water, the side at which water which is stored or collected, that side is known as upstream side, and water opposite to that upstream side, that is known as downstream side, from which the water will get released. The lake of water which is formed on upstream side, that is known as reservoir. त्यालाच आपण काय म्हणतो, reservoir. The another name is reservoir or storage reservoir or dam reservoir. The objectives of construction of dam is, first is the dam construction is for, which is used for generation of electricity. The energy of the collected water can be used to turn mill to grind wheat for grinding wheat in the mills. To turn the mill to grind wheat, the energy of water is used. This is the first objective. Or to turn the blades of turbine. The turbines are installed at the side of the dam. So the turbines which are rotated with the help of electrical power. Blades of turbines which are rotated by electric power. So the blades of turbine to generate the electric power. The blades of turbine which are after with the flow of the river, which are the blades will be rotated. Due to rotation of that blades of turbine, the electricity will be generated. To generate the electric power by turning the blades of the turbine. This is one of the objective. So, which is used for generation of electricity. So that electricity or electrical power that will be supplied to a particular town or city or for industries. So it depends upon the supply of the electricity, generation of the electric power. Another one objective is which is used for flood control in case of floods or in place of flood situations. So to protect the towns or cities, so the flood is controlled by construction of the dam. So the level of the water in the river that can be controlled. Highest flood level, minimum flood level in the reservoir or dam that can be maintained by construction of the dam. Flood level काय केले जाते, मेंटेन केले जाते. In case of floods, ज्यावेळेस पूर परिस्थिती असते त्यावेळेस त्यावर कंट्रोल आणलं जातं. Flood is controlled by construction of the dams. This is one of the objective. Then it is used for navigation purpose, shipping. Also it is used for irrigation purpose. With the help of canals, the water is supplied, conveyed through canals, and it is discharged to farms or irrigation lands where the crops are grown. Throughout the year, the water is supplied to crops. For growth of the crops, the water is needed. For cultivation of the land, various types of crops are taken in different seasons throughout the year. For supply of the water to the crops, various types of crops that you have studied in the first part, like wheat, sugar cane, etc. For supplying water to crops. This is one of the objective. Then the water is supplied for drinking purpose to particular town or city, or to the industries. The water is supplied. These are the various objectives of construction of the dams that we have seen. Then history of dams we have seen. The first dam which was made in the year 3000 to 5000 years old, according to archaeological evidences. The first dam was built in the year before 3000 to 5000 years old. The first dam which was built, the first modern dam of the world, which was constructed on the Nile River in Egypt at Aswan. In Egypt, there is a Nile River is there. Along that Nile River, the first modern dam which was constructed, which was the first modern dam in the world. It was completed in the year 1902, which was the major engineering project which was built in the year 1902. This famous, the name given to that dam is Aswan Dam, which was designed primarily to control the flooding of the Nile River. To control the flood, this dam was built. The name of this famous dam is Aswan Dam, which was built across Nile River in Egypt. This is the first modern dam, which was having length 1200 kilometers from the mouth of the Nile. From the mouth of the Nile River, it is having 1200 kilometer length. The site which was chosen because the river at Aswan is shallow and has granite bed. The site selection for this dam, which is because the river is at the Aswan village, that is shallow, and it has a granite bed of that site is granite bed on which firm foundation could be erected. That site, Aswan site, is selected for construction of the dam. This is the first modern dam. Then after this, in 1911, Roosevelt Dam, which was built on the Salt River of Arizona in the USA. There is along the Salt River, this Roosevelt Dam was constructed. The name given to that dam is Roosevelt Dam, which was constructed in the year 1911 after the construction of this famous dam, Aswan Dam. समजते? आवाज येते सर्वांना? Any problem? Okay. So after this, in 1936, Hoover Dam was constructed. which was completed on the Colorado River near Las Vegas of California. So after this, there are many dams were constructed. By 1997, the number of dams were estimated 8 lakh dams worldwide were constructed up to 1997. So out of which 40,000 of these 40,000 dams were more than 15-meter height. समझला history of dam, objectives of the dam. Any problem in this? Please reply in the chat box. If any difficulty, are you getting this? Please reply in chat box. This is the history of dam. Shall we go further? Any difficulty in this? Some of the history of dam. Okay. The table we have seen. This table shows the highest dam in our India and the length of dam, the maximum length of the dam in our India, in various cities. The left column in which the different states are shown throughout India. The name of the river is shown, and along that river which dam is constructed, the name is given, its height, length, type of dam, type of material used, storage capacity of the dam, reservoir area, and completion year, that is shown. So from this table we can understand reservoir is same, reservoir and dam is same. So reservoir means the water, the side at which water which is get collected, that is reservoir. Dam is it may be concrete gravity or concrete gravity dam, earthfill and gravity dam, or rockfill dam, arch dam. Reservoir means is the water at which the water which get collected on the side on the upstream side of the dam, that is reservoir. So the longest dam is Rian Dam, which was constructed along the river, across the river, Rian River in Uttar Pradesh state, having storage capacity 10.6 kilometer cube. The type of dam is concrete gravity, which was built with the concrete gravity dam, having reservoir area 5,148 kilometers square, which was completed in the year 1962. So second number is Koyna Dam, having length 807.2 meter and its height is 103.2 meter, which was constructed across the river Koyna River in Maharashtra. Is a Koyna river. Across that, Koyna Dam was built in the year 1964. The type of dam is gravity dam, which is having storage capacity 2.79 kilometer cube. So similarly, there are throughout our India in different states, different types of dams were constructed. So from this table you can see which is highest dam and which is longest dam. So highest dam, that is Tehri Dam, which is having height 260.5 meter, which is built across a Bhagirathi river in Uttarakhand, which is the highest dam in India. Which the type of dam is this Tehri Dam is embankment earth and rockfill dam, combination of earth and rockfill. And storage capacity of this dam is 4 kilometer cube, having reservoir area 52 kilometer square, means 12,848 acres. And its completion year is in the year 2006. So this is a general overview of the dams in India. Then we have seen the types of dams. Types of dams are classification of the dams, which is done on the basis of design of construction, material used for construction, and size of construction. We have seen the classification according to the statical design of dam body. त्यामध्ये आपण पाहिलं gravity dams, arch dam, buttress dams, embankment dams, and composite dams. These are the various images of gravity dam, embankment dam or earthen dam, buttress dam, and arch dam. So each dam we will see in detail. First type is gravity dam. It is also called solid masonry gravity dams, which is built with the masonry, solid masonry. So this type of dams are expensive than earthen dam or rock dam, rockfill dam, and they are more durable than earth and rockfill dam, which are more stronger and expensive than the earthen dam and rock dams or rockfill dams. So this type of dams can be constructed on any type of dam, any dam site. So this type of dams that bear great weight of the dam, due to its own weight, it will store the water. It will store the water, collect the water. So the image shown below is the gravity dam. The component parts of this dam is shown in left image. At top level, crest is there. Upstream side, this is upstream phase at which the water which is collected. This is downstream phase. Here, hydraulic height on is shown on downstream side and upstream side. Hydraulic height is more on upstream side and hydraulic height is minimum on downstream side. And at the bottom, on upstream side, bottom portion, that is called heel, is the base of foundation of the dam. It's a toe of the dam. समजला gravity dam. This is the actual image. This is the upstream side. The opposite side ला काय? Downstream side. This is the actual image. These are the component parts. समजला component parts. Any difficulty? This is a gravity dam. Some of the gravity dams. Then arch dams. The shape of the dam in a arch shape. These are very complex and complicated dams. They make use of horizontal arch action in place of weight to hold back the water. Due to horizontal arch action, the weight will be carried. The forces coming on this dam due to flow of the river that will be used that will be taken by this due to horizontal arch action of this dam. Due to arch action, the whole weight will be distributed at the base of the dam. So these are the dams which are suited at sites where dam must be extremely high and narrow, where the dam side which is extremely high and narrow, at that places these arch dams are constructed. See the shape, actual image. The shape of the dam is arch type. आधीच्या image मध्ये it is straight. Gravity dam is straight, perfectly straight, but arch type dams are which are having arc of a circle. See this image. This is the upstream side, and this is downstream side. So yes, in arch dam also the spillway is provided. This is the upstream side, and this is downstream side. This is the maximum water level on upstream side, the minimum water level on downstream side. Buttress dam, another type. Buttress dam in which reinforced columns, multiple reinforced columns are used to support the dam. So the dam structure which is having the wall of the dam structure which is having thin, the thickness is less. So which is the reinforced columns are placed on downstream side to support the vertical wall of the dam. Because of these dams often use half much concrete as gravity dams. In gravity dams, it is constructed with the concrete. It will require more concrete, use mass of the concrete. So this type of dams use half as much concrete as gravity dams. So in 10 minutes, this session will close. After 10 minutes, you should join again with the same link. The group or रोल नंबर टाकायचे नाहीत. परत आपण सेशन स्टार्ट करणार आहे. सेशन ऑटोमॅटिकली क्लोज आफ्टर 10 minutes. You have to join again after 10 minutes with the same link. Okay. This is a buttress dam. See the actual image. These are the various reinforced columns, multiple reinforced columns to support the dam structure. Then earthen dam or embankment dams. These are mostly composed of natural materials. Natural materials are used for the construction of this earthen dam, like clay, sand, gravel, boulders, rubbles, aggregates, etc. These are all compacted together, which are compacted together, which are with the help of compacting rollers or mechanical equipments. Mechanical machineries may be used, compacting equipments may be used, which are completely built with the soil. It contains clay, sand, silt, gravel, rubble, etc., which are compacted together to form the earthen dam. So this type of dams are constructed where foundation is not strong to bear the weight of concrete dam. If the harsh strata or foundation harsh strata of the foundation base of the dam is strong, then concrete dam can be built, concrete gravity dams. The base of the foundation is not strong to bear the weight of the dam, then these other dams are constructed. And where the site where the earth or clay, sand, gravel, which is more easily available to build this type of dams. Therefore, the cost of construction of the dam will be less. Material required will be at the dam site. Therefore, construction cost will be less. These are the advantages. The left image which shows the different component parts of this dam. See that at the top, crest width is provided for the transportation, for maintenance. The left side, the riprap is provided to control the erosion. This is the upstream side, upstream slope, the downstream slope. At the middle, core is provided, impervious core trench at the bottom. On left side, there is permeable material, the original ground level. At the base of the core trench, there is impervious foundation is provided. And on downstream side, there is a toe drain is provided to control the seepage. Filter is provided, backfill. These are the component parts. This is a freeboard. The maximum water level at the top, normal pool level is shown, and design flood level is shown. Flood surcharge is in between this design flood water level and normal water level. Normal water level and this design flood water level, another distance, that is flood surcharge, and distance between the maximum water level and this design flood level, it is freeboard. These are the component parts. Then rock-filled dams, which are formed with the loose rocks and boulders. The other dam में फक्त अपन काय use केले, the natural material like clay, sand, gravel. यामध्ये काय use करतो आपण, rocks, loose rocks, boulders. The size of the size may be greater than this gravel, the rocks, loose rocks and boulders, which are compacted together, which is constructed with the help of loose rocks. See this image, loose rocks in this cross section of the dam, rock-filled dam. Rocks are poured, which are compacted together, rock fill or boulders. This is the top of the dam crest, reservoir level on upstream side, concrete face, upstream face. This is the downstream face. Plinth is shown here, foundation of the dam. The slab of reinforced concrete, which is laid on upstream face to control the seepage or percolation below the base of the dam, to make the dam watertight so that percolation should not occur. For that purpose, this horizontal reinforced concrete slab is laid at the base of the dam. This is actual image where these are the boulders or loose rocks. Actual image में दिसते हैं. समझा rock-filled dam म्हणजे काय? Difference between earthen dam, rock-filled dam. These are the natural materials which are easily available. Therefore, this type of dams are constructed. And if the foundation is not strong enough, in that case, this type of dams are constructed. This is a rock-filled dam. Then composite dam is a combination of one or more dams, one or two dams like arch dam and buttress dam, or maybe combination of gravity as well as embankment dam. It is based, composite dams are constructed depending upon the objective of the construction, like power generation. If there is a generation of uh, the dam is used for generation of electricity, then buttress and our dam may be combined together. Or in case of large sections, there may be combination of earthen dam and gravity dam. It's the actual image of composite dams. Then hollow masonry gravity dams. We have seen the solid masonry gravity dams, concrete dams we have seen. So these are essentially designed on the same lines on which the solid masonry gravity dams are designed. The design is same, but they contain less concrete or masonry. In this type of dams, it contains about 35 to 40% of concrete or masonry. In solid masonry gravity dams, it contains 100% concrete and or masonry. But this is hollow, therefore it contains 35 to 40% concrete or masonry. Generally, the weight of the water is carried by deck of the RCC or by arches that share the weight burden. Weight of the water will be carried by RCC deck. That is shown in this image. See this hollow masonry gravity dam. Some of the difference between solid masonry gravity dam and hollow masonry gravity dam. Any difficulty? Then steel dams, which is made up of steel, which are not used for major works or major projects, which is temporary coffer dams needed for the construction of the permanent dams. कशासाठी construct करतात? If you have to construct a gravity dam, which is a major dam, concrete gravity